to do this tonight, my very first scrapbook club um, class, I guess you call it. So this is going to be a scrapbook 2-page layout, two 12 by 12. So it's one full layout. You'll see. I showed a while back. I showed something like what I wanted to do, and now this is the first month of actually doing it. So what I would like it to do is almost like kind of like a subscription. You wouldn't have to pay in advance, but if you do like 6 months in a row of the scrapbook club, you would get a 12 by 12 shadow box frame from me. And if you do a year consecutive, you get a 12 by 12 album as a gift to me from me. The class, I have a little bit different than what I had in my description, just because I had to add more paper. I do a lot of layers and stuff, so it's actually $35 and then $10 for shipping. So it's $45 to get it shipped to you. But all my classes are available live in person. So you just have to reach out to me and find out a date and a time that works for both of us and whatever ladies you'd like to invite. But right now it is online. And like I said, you can get this mailed to you, and you will get everything to make this double layout except for the stamps. I can't send you stamped images. That's just a Stampin' Up rule. But I can die cut everything out. I can give you all the paper and ribbon embellishments, everything else. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's gonna be fun. Scrapbooking was my first love. I was cold, now I'm hot because I get all nervous. Scrapbooking was my first love, and never really stamped with it, but found Stampin' Up back and forth years ago. And it's really fun to do both of them at the same time. So yeah, so we have, that's what's going on tonight. But I do have a couple things that I'd like to talk about, if that's okay. And I should probably just point you down so you can see the things. I'm going to show you some specials we got going on and my upcoming classes, and one that I almost have done and I'm so excited about. I'll tell more about that, but I'll show you the cards. And then there's something fun happening later in March with this class. So once I get all the specifics down, I will let you know. But I've got 3 of cards done, and I think I want to do a 3D project, so we'll see what I do with that. I haven't finished it yet. But my next class is not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, which I believe, let's see, is the 25th. It uses Nature Walk Suite, which I love this suite. So much fun. I'll be doing a scrapbook page next month for this, for the scrapbook club. So let me go ahead and put you down to my hands so that I can show you some things, okay? Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, is anybody here? There's a couple people. One is my sister. She always watches, but we'll see who else can show up. If you're here and you'd like to say hi, just go ahead and say hi so that I know who you are and that you're here. Makes sense. And I charged my computer. Last time the computer died, and yeah, I wasn't able to see if anybody chatted with me. But now it is almost fully, it's just a itty bit away from being fully charged. So, okay. So you're going to be pointing to the wall, then the ceiling. You know the drill if you've been watching. Hey, if you like what you see, please share this. There we go. And I really appreciate that. Let's see. Am I right? Yep. Okay, now I just got to get it. Oh, it's not bad. Not bad. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is my schedule. We're right here. I'll be making another one up for after next week. February 16th for my scrapbook club using Valentine Kisses in Hobby Haven. I used more Valentine Kisses than anything, but Valentine's Kisses is super cute. Then February 25th is Nature Walk Sweet card class. I'll show you those really quick. I have them right here. I love this stamp set and this paper. There's that one. It can be manly, but it doesn't have to be. And there's this one. And again, I keep saying this, there will be an inside. For some reason, I made these cards and didn't do the inside, but that one will have an inside. And then this one, close it up. I'm gonna have to look. I made these so long ago. I have to remember how to make them. There we go. Okay, that one's kind of thick, but it does fit in an envelope. And then this 3D. So it's like that. You can see the top view. And then you can write on the back. And that one also fits in an envelope. So that's February 25th. I'd like to show you the class that I'm doing that I have not finished yet, but I am going to finish it this week, and I'll have all the information. I used Easter Joy. I almost didn't get this stamp set, but then, oh, darn it, look what I did. I got water on it. I'll have to redo that part. Okay, Easter Joy. I almost didn't get it because I thought, not so cute. But guess what? I love this set. It is so cute. This is one of my cards. I didn't put anything in the inside. Thought you could just write. Here's another one. I used an embossing folder. It's called Lazy Daisy, and it's so cute. I just love it. And this is just with paper. That's in one sentiment. But there's that one. And this one, I cut it out. You'll see. I'm gonna cut the front off and redo the back because I got water all over it. And this one. So there'll be one more project. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be a 3D project. I haven't decided what though, so I'm gonna work on that and I'll have it ready for next week. To show you. The other thing that's going on, don't forget about product of the month. The product of the month this week, I have it. I just got it yesterday. It is so pretty and I can't wait to use it. So the product of the month is if you place an order with me for $75, you get this product for $5. So you get this beautiful paper for just $5. And you get 3 pieces of, let's see, 2. It's so pretty, and I think it would really be good for a springy scrapbook page. So there's this, pretty flowers. I love this. Like a rainbow, but with fun white going through it. This one is so cool too. It reminds me of a leaf for some reason, like a zoomed in. And on the back is this. This reminds me of a mermaid. It's really pretty. And this, I like the color. I love this too. I think, like I said, I'm going to do a scrapbook page. And this. So if you do the $75 and if you purchase $75 before shipping in and every taxes, you can get this for $5. And then my upline, Christine Bertram, invited some of her friends, whoever wanted to, and I think there were 8. I think there's 9 of us. And if you purchase this from me, then you get a PDF with 9 projects. It could be a 3D project, it could be a scrapbook, it could be a card, whatever it is, for free, sent to you, just as a thank you for purchasing it. And let's see, the first one in January was this pretty paper, this blue paper. It was a pack of it. And this was the project ID I gave, but then there's 8 more. So you get the PDF on how to make that. And then, I don't know if I have the card for The other one was a stamp set, and this was one of the stamp sets. So this was the card I made. So you got the PDF to make this card, this paper. I also have a special going on myself, where if you place a $75 order and you get this, you'll get that PDF, but you also get an envelope full of goodies from me. So I think I said like 25 pages, 6x6 DSP, 3 yards of ribbon, and some bling. So yeah, that's just a special that I have going on, and that goes through Wednesday, I believe. So there's that. And last but not least, I know you want to get to scrapbooking, and I do too. There is a join offer. I'd love you to be part of my group. It's a group of very nice ladies who love to just craft, and that's what we do together, you know, and talk and just be friends. I like this as a business. I want this as a business, but you don't have to have it as a business. It could be just a nice discount to join. And if you join through March 2nd, you get this Stampin' Positioner for free, plus all the product you get in your starter kit, which you get to choose, which is pretty cool. Okay, so reach out to me if you'd like more information about that, or just go to my site and click on join. Here's my information. My name is Georgine Darborough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. My YouTube and Facebook is pages Two Long Dogs and a Stamper. If you haven't, please like, share, and what is it called? When you, I don't, subscribe. Thank you. Sorry, couldn't think of it. You can text me at 262-812-3841, and my email address is georgies2longdogs@gmail.com, and my Stampin' Up site is georginedarborough.stampinup.net. It also has my calendar on there of what's coming up, and I think I have through March figured out, at least put on there. Okay, so let's get busy. Done talking, too much talking. Let's see, anybody here? There's a couple people watching. Okay, so we'll be using these dies and stamp set. So you would need this stamp set or something else that could go on the things, the tags that I give you. So, I mean, even if you don't have the stamp set, you can use something else that you have. But I do love that stamp set. It's got nice little sayings. I'll show it to you. And then Valentine Kisses, which is super cute. It's got this little teddy bear that I've used a lot, or bear. Let's see. And that's these two. Let's see, what else will I use? I use some letters, and that's alphabetical mode. And I use this embossing folder, Hearts of Love. It's really super cute. I think that's all that I use with that. I started cutting things and doing things so that you wouldn't have to sit through too much, but I wanted to show you how I do cut my paper to use it more wisely. I have to, but this is how I do it, and this is how I'll show you. You'll get the full pages, so you'll have to cut it. But this is what we're making. I don't know if you can see it. I wonder if I should raise it up. Oops, sorry. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, it is, I think. Let's see. Hopefully I won't screw this up too much. I'm gonna raise it up. Sorry, you're gonna see my face, I think. Better. I know not now because it's my shirt, but I think I've got it better once. There we go. Okay. Yay, I did that. So this is a 2-page layout. It's a 5x7 on this side and 2 4x4, or four 4x4. The white, I always do like 1/8 of an inch, so when you put the picture down, you still see the white, and so there's 1/8 of an inch. So this white is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. You'd get all the instructions, the PDF, showing you how to do it and the all the measurements. So, but let me go ahead. This is what I want to show you. So when I do scrapbook pages, I cut out the back so I can use it for other things. So like this white that I cut out, I used for the mats. And this white, or I didn't cut out white, this pretty in pink. What is this? Hold on. I should probably show you the paper too. Let me get that really quick. If I can find it. That's interesting. Oh, it's right here. I have a couple packs in here, so it's Bubble Bath, Flirty, that's Flirty Flamingo, I'm sorry. Poppy Parade, Real Red, Strawberry Slush, and White Willow are the colors in this. And the DSP, or not the DSP, the cardstock, the 12 by 12 cardstock that's in here is two-sided. So it's a little, one side is a little darker than the other. And I've cut a lot of this up, so I'll show you. It's super cute. So hearts, lots of hearts and flowers. It's really pretty. This one is got like start from light to dark. And then arrows and flowers. This is not, that's in the kit. There's this one. I love that one. That's one of my favorites. And that one we use. This is the other side of the pink flowers. That's in the kit. That one, that one. I think I showed them all. I thought there was one more, a dotted. Oh, the one that we use, the main one, is it XOs, and we're going to use it with the stripes. And then there's this one, the little hearts, super cute, and then polka dots. So that's the paper. It's called Love Story, I think. Wait, is that what it is? Hold on. Like I said, I have more than one in here, but I think it is Love Story. It's a paper that comes with that sweet. So, put that back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I'm cutting out those centers. The first centers I'm going to cut out are for the Flirty Flamingo, and let me show you the 12 by 12 paper is two different colors. See how this one is darker than this one? Yeah. See how this one, they're both Flirty Flamingo, but they're just, one's lighter than the other. I use the darker side for the back. That is totally up to you. And what we're going to do is cut out the centers so we can use the centers for something else. And when I did this, I cut out about an inch, I believe. I usually do about an inch. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I did about 3/4. So we'll go ahead and do 3/4 all the way around. And let me show you how I did that. Put this to the side. Get my... I'm going to do them both at the same time, just to get it done quicker and easier. One sec. Okay, hopefully you can see this. I haven't done this before. I think I showed you last time when I just... So just make sure that you line up your paper, and you're going to... Can you see? Let's see. Let it catch up. You're going to line it up at the 3/4 mark. Just like that. Put it down. I got wires everywhere. Hold on. Okay. Then up here, well, let me first bring this over. Hold on. Oops. So I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Let's see. So you have to find the 3/4 mark, and that's right there. and there's an arrow on your blade right there, the dark blade. See that? Not an arrow, but like a slat, a line. There's one on each side. You're gonna line that up. It's really easy once you get a hang of it, with the 3/4 mark. Just like that. I'm gonna put it down just so I can see it better. You're gonna line it up, puncture, and then you're gonna go all the way to 3/4 to the other side. So that would be 11 1/4, right? Because then you'd have a 3/4 because it's 12 by 12 paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that there. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna do it again. 3/4. Line it up. 3/4. I mean, you're not going to be exact, but you'd be as close as you can and go to 11 1/4. And you can feel it click where it's going to cut through. You turn it, line it up to 3/4. Find the 3/4 mark again. Poke to 11 1/4. One more time. Again, you don't have to do this, but you just need extra paper if you don't, right? So you might as well save the paper. Why waste it and just cover it up? So this is what you get. Sometimes it sticks a little bit. So I'm gonna put this aside. We're gonna use this. This is gonna be our outer mat, okay? But we have to do it again. We have to do it for the white. Now the white cardstock, I'm gonna put this down for us to cut some more stuff out. Okay, the white cardstock. So I'm doing this layer now. Watch. I'm doing this layer. Yes, I like lots of layers. So some people think it's a waste. I just think it's really pretty. So this is the layer I'm doing now. This layer and this layer. This layer, nothing is cut out. So we need to just keep this layer for this side, just the size. And that size is 11 1/2 by 11 1/2. Okay, so all we're gonna do, this we can do together again, but only do one center. So I'm gonna line them up. That's weird, it's a little off. Oh. And I'm going to take a quarter inch off of two sides. Doesn't matter, well, I always do one side like this. Pick a side, 1/4 inch, and then turn it and do the next side. And that will take care of your 1/4 inch. And you'll have, I'll check it, but you'll have two pieces that are 11 1/2 by 11 1/2. Yep. Oh, no. What did I do wrong? I thought it was 11 1/8. Let me check really quick here. Maybe I measured wrong. Nope. So I need to take another 1/4 inch because it's 11 1/2. I thought if I took it off of two sides, but I'm wrong. So we're going to take off another 1/4 inch. So you could have taken a 1/2 inch off of each side. I'm a dork. I was thinking that 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch, but no. Okay. See, I gotta prove myself wrong on camera, right? And we'll do this one. Another 1/4 inch. Now it's 11 1/2 by 11 1/2. Now I'm not going to do both of the centers. I'm going to take one because I don't want to do that center and put it to the side again. But then I am going to take the center out of this one. And I'm going to go ahead and do again that same thing. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. This time a 3/4 is at 10 3/4. Turn it. I did some of this cutting already of the mats because I had paper already cut, so you don't have to watch me do all the mats, but there are some mats that we have to do just because I'm going to use the center portion. I didn't want to cut up other paper when I was going to use this, if that makes sense. And 3/4. Okay. Like I said, I'm a layer person. You don't have to do this many layers. You don't have to cut out the center. It's just something I enjoy doing. Okay, so put that up to the side. This we can use, I'll show you. So this piece should be 9.5. Let's see if I did this right. If it's not, we'll cut it to 9.5. It's not exactly 9.5, but this is the piece I used for this layer. Does that make sense? And this layer is 9.5 by 9.5. So I'll just cut that really quick so we have that layer done. And we're just taking a 1/2 inch about, I think. Yep. 1/2 inch off. That's a 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. It'll get more exciting. I know all this cutting is boring. Okay, so we're gonna save that piece. Okay, so we have this piece cut, we have this piece cut, we have this piece cut. We have this piece cut and this piece cut. So we're going to go ahead and cut this piece. That is the pretty VSP. So I did not cut that because we're going to do the same thing. This one, I think I left, I don't know. I think I did like a 1 inch. So I'm gonna do a 1 inch border because this is not as big. So when, instead of the 3/4, I'm gonna do 1 inch and then cut out the center. Okay, so last one doing this, 1 inch. And then this is at 1 inch. And that will be at 11. Okay. Got it? 1 inch. Does anybody do this out there? Am I the only crazy nut that does all this? It's time, but it saves paper that we can use on other projects or this whole project itself, right? 1 inch and 1 inch. One more. And then I think we are done with the mats. This part, the big part. Okay, see? Ta-da! Okay, this we're going to use, I forgot to measure that part, hold on. This we use for this part. See that? It's a whole square, and I think it's 4 by 4, but let me check. I forgot to write that down. Oh, it's 4 1/4. One more check. Looks like 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, let's see if that works. So we're going to use this paper. This is 10 by 10. So 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Yep, that'll work. 4 1/4 is 8. I'll have a little left over, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. So 4 1/4. And don't do what I did the first time I did this. I put this paper not thinking, I thought there was no up and down, you know how right side. But the hearts, I put it on, and yeah, I put the hearts on upside down, so I had to do it over. So see the hearts in there? you have to make sure that it's going the right direction. Okay, 4 1/4. And then 4 1/4. So you got 4 of those. So you'll get this paper. You will have to do the cutting, but I will give you all the dimensions. Okay, so I'm going to put those to the side. You have 2 4 1/8, or 4, I'm sorry, look, 4 white squares that are 4 1/8, and then I have to cut 2 more, but 2 of the flamingo, oops, flirty flamingo should be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Cut that one wrong. I'll have to recut that one. So I'll have to cut 3 of the 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then you have all your papers for the 5 by 7. You have a white that's 5 1/8 by 7 1/8, flirty flamingo, that's hard to say, 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and this is 5 3/8 by 7 3/8, and that's real red. So let me go ahead and cut 3 of the flirty flamingo, and we're going to use that center, remember, that we cut out of the big 12 by 12. So let's go ahead and do 4 1/4, and I just need 3 of them. Out pretty much everything else except for stamp and color one of the bears. I colored most of them. Okay, I think that's everything. If not, we will cut. There's the 4, the 4, the 4, and then we just have to do some die cutting. So on, get this out. On this first page, oops, there's a tag. There's actually 3 tags and then 2 pieces of paper. So we need to stamp and cut out, die cut out the tag. I have the paper, we have to die cut out these. We have to die cut out the vellum with the embossing and die cut out the flirty flamingo. And I flipped it over and used the flirty flamingo on the other side for that. So why don't we go ahead and do that die cutting. The die cutting, the tags I used were from the Creative Haven or Hobby Haven suite, and I used this one. Yep, this one. I used this one, and I can't remember the last one. Oh, the bigger one, and that one. I already cut out these. I'll show you later. I cut out those. So I think that's all we need. So this one I used this die. This is a DSP that you'll get. Let me get. Then I use the bigger of the two that are the same for this die. I'll show you, like, it's off the screen. Sorry. I'm going to trim this. You don't need that big one. Save that for something else. And then for the vellum, I forgot measure. Hold on. The vellum piece is, it's not a tag, it's just a piece of cardstock. 2.5 by 4.5. So let me go ahead and cut that, and we can emboss that too. Let me move this out, that's for something else. So 2.5 by 4.5. Let's do this. By 4.5, and we're gonna emboss this. But we don't have to cut it out in a die. And then we need a piece of the flamingo, Flirty Flamingo, again, 2.5 by 4.5. 2.5 by 4.5. So those are just layers. Okay, so nothing happens to this. We need to die cut these, and we need to emboss this. We also need to stamp one more of the bears, because we have 2 bears, and one more, 2 more birds, because I have 1 bird already done. I have this bear already done. I have this bear, so I need 1 more bear stamp. And then we'll get to put it all together, right? You guys gotta find the stamps. Here they are. I had these colored, but I didn't have an extra. And sometimes it's nice to see the person coloring it, gives you an idea. So I'm gonna take this stamp out. And I need the little bird. Got 2 of them. We can use whichever one, so we'll use them both, because I think we need, what did I say, 2 more birds on? Yeah, 2 more birds, so we'll just use those 2. And then we need, oops, I need that one. We need the dies, so we need the die for this and the die for the birds. For a second. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp the bear. And I use Memento. Oops. To ink nice Memento. I have another Memento. It's just the regular stamp pad, and I misplaced it. I gotta find it. Okay. Here's the bear. We'll color it. I used Smoky Slate. Sorry if I made you rock and roll there. I used Smoky Slate on him. And then I think Bubble Bath for his ears. And then I'll do the 2 birds. I'm going to just put them on the same pendulum. Put them right in the center of the bears. Just like that. And those we used real red. And a little bit of, I think, Bubble Bath too, and cherry cobbler, actually. So let me get those. I actually had those out, but I think I have a bag of them sitting around here, because these are what I've been using. So let me see here. Ooh, I know, I got a new Smoky Slate. I use Smoky Slate so much. It's like my favorite gray for some reason. once a month. So let's see, I need that. I need cherry cobbler for the bear's chest. Real red. And real red. And then I need a pink for the inside of his ears. And a yellow for the bird's beak. Let me close this up so I don't get my hand in it. Let's see. Oh, brand new, I'm so excited. I love these markers. They're my favorite. The Stampin' Blends. I use the dark first. Everybody does it different. I just like to use the dark first and then pick a side and put dark on it. So that's how I do it. Everybody does it their own way. I also gave some in this little chest area right here, down this side, around the paw, and a little bit underneath. I also did a little bit, and then you can always add more. And I use the light spooky slate. Now I just use circle motions, and I am using the brush side. Again, it's a preference, whatever you want. I love these because they blend so well. They really do. Everything, they make everything look so perfect. Not perfect, but good. I'm by no means an artist, but this makes you look and feel like one. It gives the highlights where you need them without you even knowing. Sorry, sometimes I can't talk and do this at the same time. And then if you don't think it's dark enough, if you don't think the shadow is good enough, you can go back with the dark and add more if you need to. Now, I do warn you, if you keep going back, it will bleed. It'll bleed past the memento line. I've done that many a times. Oops, I forgot his little hair. Because I keep going back. So I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm just going to do it. I say bubble bath, but I'm just going to use this pink. This is what I have out. Okay, and then the little birds, I did the wing in the pink, and then I used cherry cobbler for the chest, just like that. And then I used real red. I think I used light. We'll see what it looks like for the rest of them, except for the beak. Just like that. The beak, I think I used Daffodil Delight, but I do know that I have Lemon Lolly out, so I'm just going to use that one. Okay, now we can cut all this out. So we'll have to do this twice because I only have one bear die. That's okay. Line this up. Some people like to die cut first and then stamp. I like to stamp and then die cut. I never seem to get the stamps lined up perfectly. Or not perfectly, but well, if I stamp and then, or if I die and then stamp. But that's a preference again. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I just can't do it that way. I mean, I can, but I feel like it doesn't turn out as well. But if you get this class, you'll get the dies, the die cut, but not stamped. So, oops, I forgot to do that. Bird's tails. You're going to have to do it that way. Okay. Unless you have the dies at home, and then I can just send you the paper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill this up as much as I can. I'm going to put that. Let's see if we can get all this in that. It's so weird that the video is behind. I know. I think that's stupid for me to say, but it is. I think it should be just on the same. Let me go ahead and run this through. It's on the floor. It's my table. Rickety. And it wiggles too much. Okay. All that creaking and crunching is okay. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so we got this tag we need. I'm gonna put that in my little bowl. We have this tag. I love this paper. And then we have the fair. And we need to cut one more of those out. And the two birds. Hopefully those birds are so tiny. Hopefully the tape held. Let's see. Oop, dropped it. Did he turn out? I gotta color this guy's tail. Yep, yay. Put that in there. So I know where it is. Let's see, how about 2 for 2? Let's see. Yay! Okay. So let's really quick cut this guy out, and then we can put it all together. That's the real fun part. I mean, this is fun, but I love seeing it come together. One more, and I think we got all the die cutting, and then we just have to emboss that one piece of vellum. And I think that is it. I think I made all the other stuff. Okay. There we go. And you emboss really quick. So we use the Hearts embossing folder. It's super cute, and it's a 3D, so that means the 3D you only use the first and the gray. That's all you do in using the plates. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this in. And okay, I'm going to show you what not to do. So I let somebody use this, and they put it through. See how it cracked? See that? They put it through so that it came out. You always put the end that's folded in first so that it can come out. The air can come out this way. They put it in this way so when it came through it bust. See? But I can still use it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. And run it through real quick. So if you see, you put the folded end first, one, and then the dark gray, and this all comes with your die cut machine. And you just roll it through. That's for the 3D ones, the 3D embossing folders. It still works. It just, see, isn't that pretty? Look at that. It like makes the vellum look like outlines of white. It's so pretty. If you do it too hard though, it rips it. So you got to be careful and not run it through like like, I put them over here so I don't lose them, because I can see me doing that. A little smorgasbord of stuff. We are going to have to use one other thing. So let's do this page first. I always have to stand up here. Okay. think I cut everything out. We'll soon find out, right? We'll put this down. We need the 12 by 12 border, 12 by 12 white border. I have to stand up so I can see it. We need the by 11, no, we need, I'm sorry, I'm a dork. We need the 12 by 12 flamingo. That's what we needed, flirty flamingo. We need the 11 and a half by 11 and a half, and we're just going to glue them down, make sure the border is around the whole entire thing. Can you see this? Is it in the, as close as I can? So what I always do is put it so that it's close to, let's see. I haven't used the glue yet today, so there we go. Should work. I put it close to it. You don't need a lot, just a line. Like that. And then you line it up. I try to do one side and then the other. The glue gives a little wiggle room. That's why I like using this glue. Jeez. My Bassett is snoring over there, breathing heavy. Okay, make sure your hearts are going. What did I do? Oh, I forgot to cut this down. Okay, so now I have to cut this down. I'm a dork. Look, it's 12 by 12. I was supposed to cut it down. Okay, mistake. Hold on, let me see how much I have to cut it down. I'm a dork. So this is 11 by 11. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let me cut it really quick. So hopefully this will work with the way I cut it out the center though. Nope. Okay. So don't do what I did. I'm a dork. So this paper is 12 by 12, and I was thinking I needed it 12 by 12. I need 11 by 11 and then cut it out, but because I cut it out, I can't use this. So let me grab another piece. Hopefully I have it. If not, I will be using a different piece. I might not. Let's see. Oh no, I do. Good. If not, I would just use a different. Okay. Don't do what I did. So I'm going to cut this piece down to 11 by 11 and then cut the center out. Does that make sense? I'll show you after I cut this. 11. It's only paper. Okay. So this is going to fit like this. But I'm going to cut that center out, okay? Does that make sense? And then this piece is going to go, oops, this piece is going to go like this. Got it? So I'm going to turn this right. Okay, so I'm not going to cut out the center and not ruin this one. I'm going to take it by an inch. So that means an inch on 4 sides. Sorry guys, 1 second. I know it's blank screen. Talk amongst yourself. Yeah, I know I'm not funny. It's only my sister watching, so that's okay. There we go. So close of doing it right. And if I didn't cut it down, then the center is not going to be right. Does that make sense? So So that's okay. Okay. Done. Now we should be good. Okay. Stick this under here. Okay, make sure your hearts are going the right way. Hearts are going up and down. And we're going to glue that to the center. Oops, sorry. I wiggled you. So a little glue here. You don't want too much so it squirts out the back. But you want enough that it holds it in place, right? Oops. Okay. And then the 9.5 by 9.5 piece is just gonna be the normal piece that you just put down like that. So again, glue around the edges. When I scrapbook before, I used to use runner tape all the time. And then I started stamping, and I don't know, I just love this glue. So I use this glue. Stampin' Up has a great runner tape. It's just, I like using this better. Oh, see, it's stuck to my finger. The glue dries clear, but I'm going to take some of it off. I have a wet rat. There we go. Okay, now we gotta do the pretty stuff, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get the mats. Let me put that over here. The mat for this one is the 3 for the 5x7, the real red, the flirty flamingo, and the white. So we're just going to put those down. I like doing 5x7s on scrapbook pages. I know it's only one picture, but I always think of it as like my focal point, the one that I really love out of all my pictures. Okay, oops. Oh, I have one more thing because we have to stamp something. Oops, that's okay. It'll be quick. Okay, so that's gonna go to the left of the page, just like that. I'm not gonna put it down yet. And then we're going to go ahead and just show you. This is my little smorgasbord of stuff and things I have for this. Okay, so we have the layers. I put this in the corner, about that. I put this on a little bit of an angle, like that. I took this, whoops, and put it down straight on. And then this on an angle, like that. I know, lots of layers. That's just how I work. And then we do have to stamp something. I forgot. We need a piece of white scrap. We can use this. I'm going to move this to the side because I don't want to get ink on it. That would not be good. And we're going to use You're the Best. And that is in the Hobby Haven stamp set. It's right here. And I did that in Pretty Peacock. I just used it, so I know the hairs. Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I only did part of it. I did it in Secret City. did. I've been doing this on these stamps specifically. Okay, so I stamped Secret C. Man, problems. And then I took a wipey and I took off the Secret C on just the leaf part as much as I could. A little bit on is okay, because then it gives it a little something. Okay, see? Like that. Okay, and then I took a dauber that I have. I have a little thing of daubers. This is kind of my green, blue greens. And I dabbed it. And I just put it on the leaves. Again, if you get it on the Secret C, not a biggie. Just like that. I'm gonna put that to the side so I can wipe that off. Hopefully it turns out. I'll huff on it, which means just use your breath so that it gets wet again. I may have done that too close, but that's okay, it'll work. See? Ta-da! Wipe that up. When I cut the die cut out, it might not have the little top part. I'll show you. That's okay. Okay. Close these up so I don't get them on everything. And let me just cut this out real quick. Oh, I needed the, yeah, see, this is gonna come off, but that's okay. It gets covered up. Okay, let me run that through real quick. I'm not gonna promise you this is the last thing because I did it last time, and I had to do this one. So I'm just gonna say I think this is the last thing. Okay, I have one more step on this, and I closed up the pretty pink thing. Okay. And I see how it cut it off, but that's okay, it'll be covered up. I used Pretty Peacock, and I used my blending brush, and I just lightly blended around the edge, just because I'm not a fan of the white edge too much. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. Now I can put that away. Okay, let me get this back out. This over here. So this is going to go on the top, and that'll be covered up with a bow. And then, so I use the bee punch that we have, the bee builder punch. It's under my computer, hold on. This bee builder punch. And this is the wings, which is a nice heart. I have one of those. I have my little guy, and he gets a heart. I already die cut out, and that goes in his arms. Okay, but what I really did, I need real red. No, too many details. I just like the details. So I took real red. And I used my blending brush. This, ooh, is that red? Ooh, I gotta take some of that off. I don't use real red a lot. Let me move this again, sorry. And I just added a little bit around the edges. I can see it. I don't know on the camera if you can see if in the difference, but I can see it. So there's that one. And I did it on all my hearts. Let's see if a blend, if a dauber would be better. I can't remember which I used. Maybe a dauber would be better. Oh, I think I used a dauber. That's better. There we go. I did. I used a dauber. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and use the dauber on this one. I like the details. Again, you don't have to do this kind of stuff. It's just something I like to do. Oops. And a little more ink. One more, and then the big heart, and then we're done with this, I think. Oh, I do need to do it on, might as well do it while we have it. We have to use these leaves. There we go. Oh, I did the wrong side. Look at me. I like do double work, right? I like to cut double. I like to ink double. Okay, and then the big one. Got my hair. Okay, and then I have, these are from the Hobby Haven. There's a set of big and small, and I did do this just a little bit. Again, you don't have to. I just choose to. I think it gives it just a little bit something. And then these. And I better wash this. I'm going to get it all over everything, right? Okay, including my fingers. Go ahead. Man, that real red is really, really inky. Like I said, I don't use it a lot, so I think that's why. Okay. Close that up. I think that's all we need for that. So I don't get it all over. Okay, now let's bring it back. Let's do some layers. Okay, let's do some stuff. So this goes in these little arms, like that. Okay, I think we better start gluing things down so they don't keep moving. So that's gonna go there. I'll put a little bit. Now when I do this, I don't put a lot around the edges. I put it in the center because I'm going to put some stuff behind. So I'm gonna pull this down a little bit more to the left. And this is in the corner, giving it like the same amount of from here and here. If that makes sense. So there's about the same white around the edge. And then the vellum. Now usually you can't put glue on vellum, but because it doesn't matter because we won't see this part, it's going to be covered. It's okay. And I'm going to put this a little bit on an angle, like about that. Gotta hold that a little bit because vellum can be stubborn. Okay. And then my red stripe, the real red stripe. Oh, I love this one too, but I just thought the real red stripe makes it look better for this page. That gets centered. And again, I'm not going to put glue everywhere because I have to put some stuff. So that gets centered about around the edges, not top to bottom, but from side to side centered. And then this one is a little bit of an angle again, like that. Again, I'm just going to put it in the center. If you feel like you need to go back and put more glue, that's fine. Like that. And then this guy goes on the top, kind of centered. Maybe a little bit to the left. Again, whatever you choose. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just telling you how I do it. There we go. This guy gets to come down here. And he's kind of centered. And I did put him up with dimensionals. So I have some here that I'm gonna use up. I know in a scrapbook page you don't really see the dimensionals because it's in a cover, but I still like doing it. See, I got glue on there. Use my glue eraser. There we go. Okay, so I put a dimensional on the heart so that it helps keep the heart in his hands. If that makes sense. Because I didn't glue the heart in. But that dimensional will help. So we're going to put this guy right about there. I'm going to put one of the little birds on his foot. Can you see? Yep, I am. Thought I was out of the camera. And then I'm going to take the big heart and one of the vines. I took the bigger, not vines, whatever you want to call this leaf. And I took some of the twine. And I took about 6 inches, give or take. And I just kind of looped it. Oops. Like that. And then turned it. And put it like that. So let me get a piece of tape. Tear and tape. Should have done that before. Wasn't thinking. Just putting a piece down first just makes more sense. Sometimes you just don't do the things that make sense, right? So like that. And you can trim it up if you want. Okay. And we're going to add it to the green like that. So let's go ahead and pull this tear and tape off. Just like that. And I put that on dimensionals too. So I'm not going to put another piece of tear and tape over it because it'll be on dimensionals. And because the bear's on dimensionals, I only have to do this side, I think. Let me see if it's good enough. Yep, because the bear's on dimensionals, so we'll just add a little bit of glue. I don't think I'm gonna cut those. I like them long. Put that there. Make sure. There we go. And then I took, this comes in two, see? I'm gonna take the one, small one, and then another big one of the peacock, and we're gonna tuck them under here. I'll add glue in a second, but this is how I do them, like that. And then we're gonna take, oh, didn't cut enough out. Jeez Louise, 1, 2. Okay, see, I would have lied to you. I'm gonna get a piece of peacock really quick and cut. Let's see, I need this one. I think I have enough of those, but I'm not sure. So let me cut out peacock really quick. Thought I had enough, and like I said, these come from these dies. And I'm gonna cut out a big one. Let's see if I have enough of these. I think I have enough of those. Yep, I think so. So we'll just cut one more of these out. Out of a pretty peacock. Funny, because at first I thought I wanted to do 2 12 by 12 layouts, but we would be here for like 4 hours because of the way this one is taking, you know, a couple hours to do. Well, that was silly. Oh, found it. You drop your dies, they'll pop out, but you gotta watch where they go because I almost lost it. Okay, so this guy is going to go up here, and one of the little ones is gonna go up here. But I also put a piece of linen thread again. Oops, I did the same thing. I just kind of wound it around my fingers. This one I did a little bigger, I think. So you'll get a couple 12 inches to 18 inches of this. And then I stick it under. I'm gonna take a piece of tear and tape. I'm gonna stick that under here. See why I didn't glue it down. Oops, that didn't stick. I'm gonna pull it off, and that's okay. See how it's so hanging over? You could just tuck it in. Okay. Now I'm gonna put those back. Like that. Like that. Play with this. Okay. Now, I did put some of these little hearts on these pieces, and I also used Stella on the hearts to give it a little bling. You can do them before too, but I just did them after. Okay. And I used this glue, and I just put a couple on each. I put white ones on the flamingo. Oops, oh, I forgot I didn't glue those down. While I'm at it, I'm going to glue those down. Just add a little glue and stick them under. I'll add more glue in a sec. Jeez. Okay, so put a dab of glue here, one here for those white, and then I use the pink ones, like the flirty flamingo ones. There. Get my tape tool. I think I need more putty. Okay, white ones go on the flirty flamingo. So you'll get all these little pieces too. Just like that. It'll dry clear, so don't worry. And then I did the darker ones, lighter ones, but I just did the darker ones. I just felt the darker looked better with it. Oops. And one more. The putty stuck to it. That's unusual. Oop. And then I took this one off with my finger. There we go. Okay, and I did the same thing up here. Put 2. And then 3. So quiet. My husband has the TV on in our bedroom, and it's quiet in the living room or in the kitchen, wherever you want to call where I am. It's all one space for here. It's just so weird. Oh, sorry. This feels like it's taken forever. I apologize. And one more. We'll put this to the side so it dries. Okay, so I think that's everything. Yeah. So let me put this one to the side. So I don't get anything on it. On the counter. And we'll start the next one. This one won't take long. I shouldn't at least. I won't say it. It won't. Okay, so we need the flamingo, flirty flamingo, and then we just need the white that we cut 11 by 11. And we're going to, or 11 and a half. Was it 11 and a half by 11 and a half? I think. Yeah, it was. It was 11 and a half by 11 and a half. I'm sorry. Like I said, if you purchase this, you'll get the dimensions, you'll get the PDF on how to do it. all the products except for the stamps. There we go. Okay, so remember the 4 DSP X and O's we got? Those I put up in the corner. Same little mat like around the edges. I'm not going to glue them down just yet. I like to dry fit them first. Oh, maybe I should cut one more. I thought I cut 4 out. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here. Is this it? Yep. There we go. And then these glue onto, the white glue onto the Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I know I don't put any journal spots on, but one, you can journal on one of these. Or 2, I like to sometimes just take a piece of paper and journal and put it in between your pages in the page protectors. I'm that kind of person where I know some people like to see their journaling. I don't. I like to just journal and put it so that it's there, but it doesn't mess with the pictures. I know people say that's not right because people want to see your handwriting. I don't know. That's just how I work. Okay, one more. Before we glue anything down, we have to make sure that the words can fit. Okay, the words, oh, I did cut. I'm such a dork. I thought I cut 4 and then I couldn't find 4. They must have been stuck together. Okay, so the first page said part my day. So I just have to make sure that I left enough room. These are those letters I already cut out. So I just want to make sure that there's enough room. Oh yeah, definitely there is. So there shouldn't be any problem. Okay, I'm not gonna put them down yet. So there's also another DSP piece of paper that goes across this way, and that's this piece. Okay, now I did cut. I cut a piece like this piece, and this piece, so that, I'll show you what I mean, so that I didn't have to use a whole piece going across, and this one piece, it's 2 inches by 12, will be enough, I think, for both parts. So that, and then another one that size. It's just all about saving DSP so you can use it more for something else. I'll show you. And then this is the middle part. Okay. So this is what I did was I cut about, so let me go ahead and put these down real quick. So this goes in the corner. About there. I just made sure that top and to the left is about the same. And then this one, same thing, but this is the top and the right, about the same. and about even with this one. And I did the same thing down here, except for it's the bottom in the left and the bottom in the right. And about the same like this too. And then this one. There we go. And then these go about like that. But I'm not going to glue those down yet. Like that. So this is what I was saying. So I'm just going to use this piece to do this. Like that. And then this piece will go in the center. And this piece will go on this side. Just like that. So it looks like it's going through all the way, but it's saved. Instead of using a 12 by 2 here and a 12 by 2 here, I didn't need to. So I'm going to go ahead and, oops, sorry, I knocked you. Just put in the center. And a little bit on the edge so that it picks up that piece. And I'm going to do that. Put that in there and just kind of line them up. Don't have to be perfect, just kind of see that they're kind of even Steven there. Do the same thing here. Center, a little bit there, a little bit there. There we go, and this I lined up. Okay, and then do it again down here. When you only get 2 pieces per pack, it just gives you a little bit more wiggle room using it for other things. So now I have a 10 by 12 piece of paper to use somewhere else, because I didn't use the whole thing doing this, or 4 inches of it. Would it have been easier just to do the 2 by 12, 2 by 12 probably, but I don't know. Again, you don't have to do this. I just choose to do this. You could also add more glue to these pieces, but they'll be behind a page protector, so you really don't have to if you choose not to. And I'm eyeing it so that, and like this, and this one, and this one, so they're all about the same. Okay. Ta-da. Now we need to add all our fun stuff. So we have to add our part of the day. And what I did is I laid it all out, because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect as you're laying it out, but just so you get a general idea. Because you need, I think I'm going to have to go this way a little bit. I usually work backwards, actually. So I put the last part first so that I can see where it's going to lay. Part. I don't want that hair there. So if you guys are ever thinking about joining Stamping Up and being part of this wonderful company, like I said, you don't have to use it as a business. You can do it as just getting the 20 to 25% discount that you get, and just be with a really nice group of ladies, some men, but a really nice group of ladies, and be inspired and craft and just enjoy yourself. I would love you to be part of my little group. 2 long dogs and a stamper. So that doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty even. I try to get it even on both sides. There we go. So it's about even on each side, and then this is going to go on one side, and this is going to go on one side. And then we need some greenery. Just going to kind of dry fit everything. And then this goes on this side. And then the 2 bears are going down here, so let's scoot this up a little bit. Because the bears need to come in here. Oh, I forgot to stamp something. See, guys? Oh my goodness. That's okay. We'll stamp it real quick. Let's first take care of this. I won't put a lot of glue, so you have to sit here and watch me glue things. I should have done this part. Stampin' Up! Has the stuff, the sticky stuff that you put on the back before you die cut it. I do not have it. I have not used it. So what you do is I do want to get it, but for especially like the letters or little things, you put it on and then you put a piece of cardstock, you know, the size that you want, on this sticky part. And then you die cut it through so that when you take it off, you can just peel the back off and you don't have to put glue on each individual piece like I'm doing. I'll have to get some so you can see. I'm not even sure what it's called. All I know is I've seen it used, and but I have not used it yet. I'll go back and do a little bit better job gluing. I'm just putting a quick little bit here and there. I'm sitting down, so I'm hoping I'm putting them on straight. I can't see as well. Keep saying this, but I need to get a different table. It's hard. Scrap at this table. Or, you know, craft, I should say, because it's hard to get the eye, this look straight down. Oops. I'm gonna have to wipe my fingers, they're getting gluey. Everything's sticking to them. Almost done though. Yeah, so this is going to take about 2 hours. I mean, I did talk in the beginning. So if I did 2 pages, that would have been kind of crazy long. Okay. That down. Now the hearts I put a little bit on a diagonal. If you want them straight, you can put them straight. I kind of put this one going in. Oops. See, my fingers. I gotta get a wipey. bears are sticky, sticky. Okay. And then this one I put in going inside. That. Okay, the bears. What did I do with my bears? What did I do with them? I had them all nice and neat on, oh, there they are. Okay. Here's my two bears. This guy's gonna go here. I gotta get that heart. This guy's gonna go here. Put the heart in his little arms. I love this part of this. And I did stamp and just cut in a rectangle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Sorry. This is the So Happy to Have You in My Life. Just get a piece of scrap here, white. And I'm going to move this over so it doesn't get messy. Okay. And I'm just going to use Secret Seed, the new black. When this goes away in a year, I'm going to be sad because I really, really like this stuff. And I'm just going to stamp. Ta-da! Easy peasy. And I did take, let me cut this down. All I did was cut it down. I cut it down close to the, I'll show you, the sentiment. So it's almost like a sign. I'll show you, just a second. I didn't use a die cut or anything. If you have a rectangle die cut that you really like, that's this small, go for it. I just chose to trim it down like that. Hopefully that's small enough, maybe a little bit smaller. So that when the bear holds it, there we go. I got it really close to the, there we go, like that. And then I just took my blending brush again and blended around the edges. Don't have to do that if you choose not to. I'm just one of those people that don't like the white edges. Okay. Up. Now I think I'm done. See, how many times did I say, okay, we're not going to do any more. I don't have to die cut anything else. I don't have to stamp anything else. I promise, I'm not a liar. I just forget. Okay, so this goes in his arms, and what I did was I took a piece of linen thread and I tied a knot, kind of two knots at the very bottom, so it looks like it's tied through a hole. I did not really make the hole. I guess we could punch a hole, but I thought that'd be a pain in the keister, so I decided to just pretend. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do it. Too much detail for you, that's fine. I just like detail. I think the detail is the fun part. Okay, this I'm not going to use a lot because it's just going to go in his arms and out his arms. So what I did was I pretended. Hold on, let me tie this end. give it a little bit more. Like that. Okay. So what I did was I just took this and I looped it this way. That's why I didn't glue it down. Just put it in there, and then I took this and I put a dimensional. One on the back. I had it so it looks like it's going to hang. That. Oops. Oh, helps take the little thingy off, right? Backing. Duh. This is the fun part of my day, though. That. And then I took glue dots. If I can find them. I just used them earlier. Darn. Oh, here they are. I should have had them in my spot where I always keep them, but I didn't. And I'm going to take a glue dot and put it, give it a little roll, put one in each corner. So that's going to go and pull this down and stick the knot to the glue dot. So it looks like it's going through like the side. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And then you can play with it if you don't like the way it looks. And the same thing like that. There we go. So it looks like it's hanging out of his arms like that. Okay, let's bring that back down. And this guy's gonna go over this frame. Am I on the thing? But I don't pretend this is the picture. It's going to slide under like this, so you could still put the picture. So I'm just gonna put dots, not dots, dimensionals on. Oops, wrong side. Sorry. Time out. Time out. Oh no, it's not. Yes, it is. Jeez. Can't tell my right from left all of a sudden. It goes on this side. Okay. So he'll go down, or she'll go down on the left side, or right side, in the middle. Till it's getting late, my fingers don't want to work anymore. So this guy goes down here. And again, you'll be able to put a picture. See, he's not glued down, so you can put a picture. And then you're going to do the same thing for this guy. So it's just his little rump that'll get stuck. Not stuck, but on the picture. I think that'll be good. Yep. Okay. I think I added bird to the sign. Pick this heart up a little bit. Oops. Oh, see, I should have left well enough alone. Hold on. I picked the heart up a little bit and pulled out the string. I wanted to cover the mouth, but I wanted to see the heart more. couldn't leave it well enough alone, right? There we go. Okay. Put this guy here, like that. And again, you can still fit a picture, right? Right there. More glue. I love these glue erasers. These. A little bit of glue. Oops, wrong glue. Don't need a lot. That. You can go back and glue all these down more, like these down. I just don't want to do it right now. Okay, and then this one. That. I glued this one down a little too much. I'm going to take a snip this so that I can stick it under. There we go. Oops. Again, got glue on my fingers. There we go. What else do I need? Oh, the bird. The bird. I made 3 birds. I think I forgot to put a bird somewhere on the other one. This guy sits on the sign. Right there. Okay, I used Stella on the hearts. And I put some of those hearts on these pieces again. I feel like we need to glue those down too, but I'll do them after. Okay, so, oops. Put those hearts out again. Your day of your night. So if you want this class and be part of my scrapbook club, oops, please reach 2longdogs@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me through text at 262-812-3841. Or I think on Facebook I even put a page where you could fill it out and it'll come directly to me, because there is an event for this. And like I said, I would love to be this. I'm going to do this monthly. And if you're part of this Scrapbook Monthly Club, you don't have to pay it all at once, but if you do 6 weeks in a row, 6 weeks, nope. 6 months in a row, you get a 12 by 12 shadow box to put one of these in. I like doing that so then you can change it up, and you know, as you do different things, you can put Christmas up, or you can put Easter up, or you can put a special vacation up, whatever you want. And then if you do a whole year, I'll keep track, you would get a 12 by 12 album to put them in. So I would really love this to start, because I love scrapbooking. Can't wait to put pictures in these. Okay, did I do everything? Oh, nope, one more thing, guys. One more thing and then I'm done. So I took this ribbon, no, not ribbon, linen thread. And I tied a double bow. I love double bows. You'll see that I use double bows a lot. I don't know why. With the linen thread. I love the linen thread. It's like my favorite. All the pretty ribbon that they have, I love it. The pretty ribbon too, but this linen thread, I feel like goes with everything. And it's easy to use, even though my fingers. Okay. And then you just make it pretty. I like to leave long tails. That is, again, my like. You don't have to. And I just put it at the end of this one. I didn't put on both. And look what I did. Okay, don't do what I did. When you use Wink of Stella, I put ink. Remember how I inked around? You have to be careful because when you ink, because of the Wink of Stella on the paper. Can you see that? That will bother me, but I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to just use a glue dot. So you just have to be careful when you're using it. Put it at the end of this bow. Put the bow at the end of that. And I like them hanging like that, but you don't have to. Okay, I think that's everything. Did I do everything? I think I did. So, move this over. This is the first page, the second page. I'm gonna get the other one and put it on the counter. And this is the first page. And they go together because it says, "You're the best part of my day." And I thought that was really sweet. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. It can be an everyday. I mean, I know it looks very Valentine's Day, but XOXOs, loves and kisses, that can be anything. Yay, my first scrapbook club class. I'm so excited. My next one will be using Nature's Walk, which I'm excited to use. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay, let me flip you over so I can say bye to you. There, sorry. Hello again. So thank you so much for coming and watching me make that 12 by 12 layout. If you'd like any information about anything that I showed you today, please reach out to me. You can either message me on Facebook, you can email me at Georgie's 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper. You can text me at 262-812-3841, and I'd be very happy to help you with any of the classes, any product, or just inquiries on being part of this fun, inspirational group, okay? Thank you so much. Have a great week. I hope to see you not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 25th, to make some Nature's Walk cards. They're more they don't have to be masculine, but this is one set because we don't have a lot of Stampin' Up sets that can be masculine, but this stamp set can be. So I'm excited to show you. I showed them at the beginning of the class. So that'll be coming up next week, Wednesday. So let's make hearts happy, one crafty creation at a time, okay? Thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.